Welcome back to Las Vegas Now. It's time to get cooking with Chef Nanny Bubby. Last time she showed us how to make homemade pasta from scratch, and this time we're using that to make midnight pasta. Let's check it out.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Nanny Bubby's Kitchen on this Friday. As always, we give gratitude to Chapman Automotive for always sponsoring our segments and Melissa's Produce for providing all of our produce for all of our segments. So when last we saw you, we were showing you how to make homemade pasta and just how easy it is. The major question was, do we need to dry it or can we cook it fresh? And of course you can always cook it fresh right after you make it. And if you're making this with children, the great thing is you can go from actually mixing, kneading, making the pasta and right into the pot. So let's show you some tricks to getting it into the pot the very right way. So we filled a stock pot, nearly full, about 4 or 5 quarts with water, put a little bit of olive oil into the pot, and we have brought it to a very rapid boil. Now, here's the question I always get more than any other question is how much salt do we put in the water? Here's the answer to that age-old question. You want to put enough salt in the water that it begins to taste like you are in the Mediterranean Sea. It's supposed to taste like ocean water, seawater. So from that, I just pile it in. 2, 3, well, that's about a tablespoon and a half. So while the pasta is cooking, it's 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to make what is called midnight pasta. But before I do, and while the oil is heating up a little bit, let me tell you how midnight pasta got its name. The folklore story is that this pasta is so easy to make and so quick that when chefs all over the world got off work and they got home and they were tired, they would make this pasta for themselves because it's so easy. So as this is heating up, let me tell you that we start with a lot of garlic. So the original midnight pasta recipe starts with about 9 to 11 cloves of garlic. But this is my thought. If you're eating pasta at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night, you don't want a lot of garlic. So this is how we peel it really fast. And remember, I always recommend using a very different cutting board for your garlic than you do for your everything else, because the smell and the taste will stick in your board. So as you can see, I minced this garlic instead of actually slicing it. So we're going to add this garlic right into the pot. Now you're going to want to cook it for about 2 minutes. You don't want it to brown, you just want it to cook. So after the garlic is cooked really nicely and gets good and soft, we're going to add a ½ cup of chopped parsley, which has just an amazing smell. We're going to add about ½ teaspoon of red chili pepper flakes. Of course, more if you like more, less if you like less. Let me tell you the key to all great sauces for pasta. It's adding some of the pasta water back into the bowl. So we have reserved about a cup and a half of the cooked pasta water, the salty pasta water, and it goes right into this sauce. We're going to bring it up to a higher temperature, bring it up to a boil. And so now, as it begins to heat up, we are going to add our pasta, which we have drained. Garlic smells so good. All the parsley is getting into the pasta. What we want to do is add another ½ cup of the cheese just to thicken it up. And again, cooking is intuitive and instinctual, so if you feel that it's just a little too juicy, which I just did, you're going to add just a little bit more cheese back into it. And we're just going to sprinkle this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Maybe put a sprig of parsley right in the middle and serve it right out of the same pot that you cooked it in. That's it. Midnight pasta made with the fresh pasta that we made just 2 weeks ago. Of course, it didn't hang out for 2 weeks. We cooked it right afterwards. And we're cooking and enjoying and hoping that you are too. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
I will have to try that. Thank you, Chef Nanny Bubby. Check out Chef Nanny Bubby on Facebook and Instagram. And thanks to Chapman Automotive for sponsoring that segment. We'll be right back.